Hi guys, tonight me and Fran are out on investigation. We're doing a organised event with Spooktacular ghost hunting events. We're hoping we've got a little bit of free time now just to explore the place before all the group vigils start. So we're just having a look around. But hopefully later on we will get some more free time and we can do a couple of vigils of our own and we'll record our findings. But either way, we're going to record a little video and let you know our experiences here. But right now, Fran's taking a load of pictures and I'm just going to give you a little recording of of our little tour around. So let's go. Boo! Toilet. Oh, this room's a little bit heavier. This one. Oh, I've got a headache. As soon as I walked into here, I got a headache.
Yeah, that's quite
It's just a little box room. I assume it was. Oh, I didn't even say where we are. Fran, do you want to tell them where we are?
Oh, sorry, we're at the Nunnery at Malvern. It's just outside of Worcester, and this place has been left derelict since the
80s?
1980s, I believe, 1989 possibly. And so, yeah.
So obviously the nuns used to live in this area, and there's like a chapel or church as well, but we can't go in that because it's not safe. So this site has been taken over by Spooktacular, who've been sort of spending time making it safe for people to actually come and do investigations. Hi. So currently your only way that you can get an investigation here is if you book an event through Spooktacular Ghost Hunting. Thought that was a ghost then, but it's just a white sheet. I sheet myself. So this place is massive. It's a bit of a maze as well. So we're actually up on the top level, besides the attic at the moment. Head back down. Got a little what time? Keep an eye on the time, Fran, so that we're back in time. So because this is an organised event, there are obviously going to be other people here, and we will be doing like group vigils with them in a little while. And so we won't be filming those now. This area here, I got a real weird sensation when I walked into here. Seems to lightened a little bit, but it's still quite heavy.
I'm wondering if whatever was in here has followed someone out.
Yeah.
It seems a lot cooler than
Apparently there are 3 sets of staircases, which you would assume would all be leading just one big floor on the top or whatnot. But they don't, they actually lead to different areas of the building, so we haven't even explored like less than probably a quarter of it at the moment. It's a big place. So we're trying to fit in as much as we can up until 9 o'clock, and then we'll be heading to do our group sessions, and then hopefully we get a bit of free time later on as well. So this was the room that you felt like there was a vibes in the corner. So that door there leads to the outside, where you can see some pictures of where you can see the church. Fran has taken some pictures already of that, so I'll paste them in on the video. See, to me, it's more like an old people's home than a nunnery, don't you think? Fran also felt some weird vibes down this cellar area.
Yes, definitely.
I can hear voices, so I'm thinking there are people down there, so I think we'll try this next set of stairs. Any door that's shut or locked, we're not allowed in for various reasons. Oh, another set of stairs that leads to like another basement area, I suppose. So luckily tonight there's hardly anybody at this event, so there's 10 of us besides the actual event people. So with it being such a big place, we've only run across somebody else once so far. So I'll show you out the window, the chapel, church. There we go. So we haven't looked into the history of any of the hauntings of this place, so we're just going in blind today. At the bathroom. There's quite a few bathrooms in this place. I think all of them are in use though, because there's no actual power. There's quite a few little kitchens. It's almost like...
It's like a room.
Yeah.
I suppose every few rooms probably has information.
Or perhaps like temporarily it was used as like a shelter or something.
Well, nuns kind of nature, like, tend to shelter people anyway that needed it. So they probably were constantly taking on guests that required looking after and.
Yeah, because look, there's a sign here. All tenants, all the rubbish black bin bags only, please place in the new wooden outdoor storage. Thanks. Well, that sign doesn't look that old, does it?
Considering this has been abandoned since
89 apparently.
that piece of paper would be like practically orange warehouse that was left out for that time.
So I'm thinking that the Nuns moved out in 89, and then for a time it was like converted to like flats or
Could be possible, yeah. There's also doing like floor looks reminiscent of kind of the early 2000s twin floor. How did you come up these stairs? That's instant. That's kind of like a So is that there because there's a hole in the floor?
camera's really struggling to focus in a lot of these rooms. I've no idea. Yeah, it looks like a loose floorboard.
Yeah, I feel really weird around this area.
I'm wondering if it was like a shelter for like homeless people or for like families that were getting like kicked out of their place or something and had nowhere else to go.
That's really weird. I'm picking up on someone here that's got back pain.
There's a load of stickers on this door. I don't know what they are, but if there's some sort of music, I'm guessing there'd be more your vibe. There's this check stickers also.
Yeah, but not.
And then they don't look particularly old. So I'm thinking this was used as like a bit of a
Not heard of those.
see.
That's an interesting bit of graffiti.
What?
I think it looks German.
Well, check, because there's a check sticker.
Yeah,
Anyone who can read check, let us know.
I don't know, there's some kind of map there. It's weird. I don't think that's anything to do with the nuns.
No, I definitely think this has been used since the nuns were here. 100%.
Yeah, whoever had this one was certainly,
Not English.
I'd say, strange. I'm wondering if it was an asylum. Like for people that, you know, didn't quite need to be committed, but
People that needed some sort of help.
Yeah, definitely get kind of like a picking up on a back problem.
That's probably me. Being down there, haven't we? Oh, having said that though, look, there's a sticker label there. Was any of them stickers round?
No, they're all square, so that's different from what was that might have come out of someone's pockets, brought it.
That could be like this, them putting their health and safety stickers and things on.
Yeah. Because the stairs are quite dusty and that looks quite building.
Definitely some interesting vibes in this place though. This room comes across as a bit of a dining room to me.
Yeah, I think it would have been a very much a kind of communal area for the nuns. Oh, this is one of the missing door panel.
Oh, right, yeah. This seems a weird place for a urinal though, doesn't it? Or is that just me? Like, you know, to a hallway next to a fireplace. That is a urinal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very odd.
I hope no one loses that tonight.
Yeah. God, it is like a maze. There's another set of stairs here. I don't know if that's one we've already been in though. I think I've just walked in a circle.
Hold on, Michelle. No, this is one we haven't done because. Yeah, that's where we've come past. Where the two stairs are. So yeah, we haven't done
Have all the places. I get a bit of a cold feeling over here.
Okay.
Whether it's because
There's stairs to the cellar there.
oh god, they just look like they've been walked on in a few years. Got massive spider webs on them.
Jeez. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that they're probably the stairs that are... Oh, I felt like there was someone stood on those stairs then.
Oh, is it the men's toilet there, isn't it?
What did you said about that? So I think that bit is off limits, but there's like a hole in the wall if you want to go and look what's in there.
Yeah, let's have a look in the hole. Yeah. What's the rest of it? Just get down here.
Oh, I'm going down there.
Yeah, we're all in it.
Yeah. Free room. But now you go.
Oh, it used to have a window.
Has it a window?
Yeah. And it looks like there's like loads more room. It's only room. Yeah, but it's all board, like rooms are boarded off. There's no doors to them, it's just like a board of them.
Oh, that's strange.
I'll take some pictures over and show you.
wonder if this leads into that church. Yeah, but it looks like it's closed off. Oh, this is the area where you've got to wear the hard hats. I heard a whistle when I came into here.
You heard a whistle?
Yeah, like...
Interesting. Right, do you want a hat?
Let's see if you go upstairs. Yeah, this could have been like a dining room or some sort of like ballroom, or well, that's where nuns would have balls, but like a formal dining room or something. Well, actually, it could have been like a refectory, I suppose, where they all ate. That was me.
Yeah, I see if it responds.
Yeah.
That was me. Come on, Captain Whistler. Whistle back.
Oh, was that you? As soon as you said whistle back, I heard.
Whistle back. Whistle back. Come on, Captain Whistler. We'd like you to play us a tune. Is that a black patch?
It could be. Ectoplasm. It's got like a medically smell to it, this room. Can you whistle back?
I heard someone say no then.
There was a weird noise.
I don't know if it's someone else's equipment.
Well, it sounds like everyone else, well, we know the majority of people walked past us as we came here, so I'm pretty sure we're on our own at this end of the building.
You know what I said about it being an asylum possibly?
Yeah.
Well, this room's got bars on the windows.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't say like asylum, perhaps for troubled people. So I saw something then in that corner. As I walked there, it was like light flashed in my eye from that corner. Like as if somebody was stood there with a torch.
Come on, how's your door? Yeah, where was it?
Right in that corner.
Because I just saw it on that window out there.
I wonder if it's like traffic or something then.
I don't know, because it seems like you're on the inside of the pane, not the outside.
And plus, I think that leads out into that central bit where we were before, so there's no traffic over there. we'll leave upstairs for now and have an explore up there later, I reckon. Ready? Okay guys, so we have finished the group sessions with Spooktacular and now we've got free time to do as we please. So we've picked out a couple of locations that we're going to do a little vigil, and we're just going to do a few minutes in each area and see what we get. So we've got REM pod, an EMF meter, there's K2 over there, another K2 here, and over there it's gonna is a geometer, so it detects movement. And we're gonna do a little bit of spirit box whilst we're in here. So I'm just gonna get that ready. So obviously you might be wondering why we chose this specific room, and that is because there was a little bit of activity going on in here earlier in the night. If you want to find out what happens during the vigils, then stay tuned to the end of the video, because we will be telling you everything that happened during the course of the evening and giving you our thoughts on this as a location in general. That was me, I just farted. Shall I keep that in the video? Okay, any spirits here with us now, come forward, use this device to communicate with us, let us know you're here. Camera doesn't want to focus on that speaker. The responses are coming through very quiet, but hopefully once we get into the editing we can decipher what it's actually saying. So the spirits that we communicated with earlier here now. The spirits that we communicated with earlier here now. So at the beginning of the video where you hear a whistle and we say that we heard a whistle and then we get a second whistle, we're kind of in that area now. So there's various devices, they've all got a little green light on them. Over there, the one I'm looking at now, that will light up anytime you walk near it. The same with this one here, that will light up when you walk near it. And that goes for those as well, but that one over there will also make a loud sound for us. And we know that you can set those off because you've already done so tonight. you have nothing more to say to us? If you'd like us to leave, light up one of the devices and we'll go.
Come on, give us a clear indication that you want us to leave. Because we can be very stubborn.
Well, if you don't light up a device, we'll assume that you don't mind us being here.
And we may just stay here all night.
The black QT went off.
Come on then. Was that an indication that you want us to leave?
If you want us to leave, do that again, because we weren't quite sure if we caused it or not.
Use that black box again. Mate,
There we go.
thank you. Now, do you want us to leave? Touch it if you do. Or are you happy talking to us right now? You're happy to talk?
So, are you one of the sisters? It is really cold next to me, actually.
Are you a friar?
Did you live here?
Are you one of the child spirits? Are you the cat? Not sure what it was actually, but that was just, yeah, a strong reading of that then.
Is there a spirit of a cat here? Can you tell us through the spirit box what the cat was called?
Or do you just want to keep playing with pretty lights? Beautiful.
Yeah,
It's on the spirit box.
yeah.
It's never done that before, is it?
Mm.
Okay, can you do books on the spirit box again? Because that's something new that we've never seen before. Very clever of you. Or do you just want to continue with the lights on the black box? Okay.
Can you light them all the way up to the red?
Come on, get it all the way to the red again for us. That's a
Nearly.
good effort.
All the way to red. Ooh,
Okay,
just
so
one away. Just use all your energy.
use our energy and put it into there. We know you can do it. There we go. If we ask you questions, light up the box for a yes, leave it alone for a no.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you one of the sisters? Did you live here?
Are you one of the women that gave birth here?
Are you a child that lived here? Are you a cat?
Were you under the sisters' protection?
Was this building used for something else after it was a nunnery? Yeah. I think we're going to have to look into the history of the building.
Okay. Thank you for lighting up the black box. But can Okay. So, if there are any spirits present, can you give me a direction in which you're going to move the pendulum for a yes answer? And usually, unusual that with a circle in it for a yes. Okay. Thank you. Then can I have a direction or a movement for a no answer? And then moving it diagonally for a no. Can I have an indication of a maybe or not sure answer?
Left to right?
It's kind of going sort of like opposite diagonal to the first diagonal. So it's kind of going, so it's going to go
Towards me for no.
yeah, and then kind of
That way for not sure.
not sure, and circle for yes. That's not confusing at all. Okay, so is there more than one spirit in this room? That's a no.
I just had a real strong flavour of tea. Like as if somebody had just made a tea and passed it to me. I could smell and the taste.
So, are you a tea drinker? It's circling. It's a yes. Were you trying to offer Shell a cup of tea? Yes.
I'm more of a coffee drinker, I'm afraid.
So you're a hospitable spirit. No. Do you know you're a spirit?
I think that was not sure.
I think we've got one that's not, doesn't know we've passed. I think we've got one that's not, doesn't know we've passed.
Just saw a flash through that window then. I'm wondering if the camera picked it up. But I was thinking, oh, it was a car driving past, but then I just realised that's a frigging roof, that it was that the light was flash glass.
Is there anyone out there?
Yeah, the light that flashed across, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, was above the church roof, so...
That's weird. There's coat hangers up there.
Yeah. So, guys, we've been we asked the guys that are running the event if this had been in use since the Nuns left in 1989, and they said no. However, we think that's not true.
Yeah, there are clues around the place that would indicate that it's been in use.
So one of the big clues is there's a little fire safety sticker on this door here. I don't know if the camera will focus, but the date there clearly says 28th of the 7th, 14. So that was when the last fire safety check was done. There's also in here this sign. Oh, a smell. Well, I can't think what it is.
Smell?
No, it's not tea. I recognised it, but...
Spice?
Yeah, spices. Like herbs, yeah, like spices. Anyway, this sign here, now if that had been there since 1989, I don't think it would look that neat. And also the boiler and the cooker look a bit too modern to have been here back then. Well, there's a name on here. Paul Smith, room 4.
Clean out your attend, no choice but to.
Oh. He's obviously leaving his washing up for someone else or something. I see now we think this is some kind of like house that was used for people.
Shared accommodation.
Yeah, and they obviously had shared use to the kitchen, and each floor seems to have a kitchen-y area and a full bathroom area. So we've got cupboards for rooms 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So they obviously have their own cupboard space. I'm assuming there probably was like fridges underneath this shelf and whatnot. But it's definitely wasn't. It's right here, isn't it? It's like kind of cinnamony curry powder kind of thing.
Turmeric.
Yeah. Strange.
Yeah,
So that's 2 weird smells on this area. This is a bathroom in here. Ron's got all the light. See, this shower screen is a bit too modern as well for the 80s, I'd say. So what we're thinking is that after the nunnery closed, at some point somebody purchased it, converted it into rooms for maybe...
I think the layout of it, to me, kind of screams kind of sheltered accommodation of some sort.
Yeah, like housing shelter or... Yeah, because you'd imagine it would be like maybe it's people that have come from off the streets or something like that.
It could
That-
be, yeah.
It seems to have gone quiet for now. Okay, so we're back in the car. It's the end of the night. We've had a long day and we're about to head off home. But before we go, we just thought we'd stop and tell you everything that happened. So, as we said at the beginning of the video, we went to an organised event by Spooktacular Ghost Hunting Events. So we'll put a link to their page if you want to go and check them out. It's a great way for people who are not investigators, if you want to go and experience paranormal investigation. It's a great way of doing it because they've got all the equipment you can use, and you know you're going to be safe and sound when you're in an organised event rather than just going out on your own and trying to find somewhere to go. But so first of all, they took us all for a group session, and that was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did have some kind of weird experiences with the group session with everyone there. We were in a circle to do a seance, all stood around, and we were asked to all go round and basically introduce ourselves to the spirits. I'd introduced myself, and then there was a massive pause, and everyone was kind of looking at the guy that was, you know, next to me for him to start, and he hadn't started because he didn't realise he was next to me, because there was something in between us.
And 6 people, and that was 4 of which were not part of the actual Spooktacular team, so the 2 members of the Spooktacular team and 4 just regular guests of the investigation all thought there was somebody else stood between Fran and this other guy, because it was pitch black. You can just about see the the outline of everyone where they're stood and whatnot.
And just like
you know, so but that was really weird for 6 people to all think that there was somebody else between them.
To basically,
and I think at some point every single one of us saw shadow movement and figures where there wasn't figures. There was loads of activity with the REM pod, loads of activity with cat balls going off, noises, more whistling like we got at the beginning of the night. Just loads of activity during the group seance. I think it is true what people say that when there's a lot of people together and the energy is quite high, I think they do find it easier to communicate with you, and then when it's just 1 or 2 people and it's a bit quieter, I think it does make a difference, definitely. I suppose it depends on the spirit as well, but it does make a difference. So that was the first vigil, and then we were split into 2 groups. So first we went with our group, and I can't remember what we did. What did we do?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we went into that room, but then
It was very quiet the first room we went in. One of the people with us claimed that they felt like it was too active and they were fighting for control and to try and communicate. So we then kind of moved to a different room.
just a little bit further down the corridor, and as we were going, funny enough, I'd looked at that bell as we'd walked out the room, because hadn't you? Because I'd looked at it and I thought, oh wow, there's a bell there, and I just had an urge to press it. It was one of those ones that you'd see on like a front desk of a hotel or something, a service bell, and you ding it for service or whatever, and it was on the top of the fireplace, and I'd looked at it as we'd walked from that room to the next area, and I thought, oh, that's strange. Anyway, so we went to the next area, and they got, I'm not big on apps, but they got a couple of apps that they were using. One was a spirit box, and one was like a kind of like a REM pod sort of deal, so it was coming up with words and whatnot. And to be fair, some of the words did seem to match up with the questions they were asking, and also we were getting repeats of the words coming up on the REM pod type app and the spirit box type app, so that were the same or sounded the same to what it had just said on the other one, so that was interesting. And there was a guy there, one of the just regular guys that was one of the guests, and he asked if they could ring the service bell that was in the other room that we'd previously been in, and said that if they did it, he'd go running down to that room to see, what they wanted and whatnot. And lo and behold, all of us heard the bell ring. I think it rang like twice, like ding ding.
Yeah,
and he actually went down there he said that he felt really overwhelmed and like he couldn't get into the room though, because he was the same guy that had said that he felt like there was a lot of spirits in that room that were trying to all communicate at once and whatnot. So
yeah, things did seem to be drawn to him in particular.
And then we went to the next session, which was over where we started our investigation tonight, but in the main dining room area. We were in just a room just off from there, and in there we did some interesting experiments.
Yeah, including table tipping.
Yeah.
I have to be honest with the table tipping, I did feel like there were a couple of people on the edge of a table that were manipulating the table quite a lot.
Yes.
And I feel like if they hadn't have been doing that, the table would have been moving, I say on its own, but the spirits would have been moving it a lot better without them using the force to try and
it was kind of moving on its own. And I think as it started to slow down,
they were trying to force it.
Because if you looked at his hand, you could see his fingers moving.
The force on it, yeah.
As separately from the table, it was kind of obvious. But
I think that's
so
why
once I noticed that, yeah, we all. I think a few of us started like moving away as if to say, no, we're not going to carry on.
Yeah.
We did Ouija board. We got a few responses through the Ouija board, including a name.
To Sister Mary. Oh no, May. Sorry, Sister May.
And we also got. It didn't really want to speak to us. It kept going to goodbye. So we then did human pendulum, and I was the pendulum.
Yes.
So. I can honestly say that I didn't do any of the movements on purpose or anything. It was definitely something was sort of moving me, so they were pushing me forwards for yes and backwards for no, and we got some good results with that. We did that for quite a while.
Yeah. And
then we did a final vigil in the big chapel, so we all went to the top. I don't know what they call it, like a vestibule or something.
Well, they tried to say it was a belfry, but it's not a belfry because there's no bells. So it was kind of, I don't know what you call it.
Like the balcony, you get a
yeah, that's probably the best. Yes, it was a balcony. It was kind of.
So we all sat up there, and they got a laser grid going, and they'd left some cat balls that light up on the altar, and they were going off. I was trying to see, because I mean the one in particular kept going off, so I was trying to sort of count the seconds between it going off to see if it was like a glitch in the ball. It was just random, but they did seem to be going off at random times, and then there'd be a big gap between them going off, so I'm not really sure. But seemed to liven up a bit when they started playing some churchy music, so you know. But anyway, overall, I think it was a pretty good investigation, and I think the actual Spooktacular team are very trustworthy people, and they won't take part in like the table tipping or the spirit board because Ouija board, because they don't want to, you know, they don't want to think people to think that they're manipulating the board or the table or anything. But I suppose it just depends if you've got decent guests joining you for the night. Interestingly, the pair that we think were moving the table are actually paranormal investigators, so you'd think they'd know better, but I'm not sure that they have like a team, but they were definitely recording some sort of live video when we first got there.
They had their own equipment.
They had a massive amount of equipment in a giant suitcase, like you would take for a 6-week trip to fucking Spain or something.
Yeah,
it was a bit overkill.
Yeah. It is when you come into an organised event and you know there's going to be equipment there, to kind of bring that amount of your own equipment with you is just overkill. I think.
We bought a little bit with us, but we didn't go overboard.
We just went basic, I think.
Yeah, but anyway, we definitely think that if you want to go out and try an investigation, then this is a really good way of doing it. And the location itself, which is called the Nunnery. It's in Malvern.
And it is a fairly new
It is exclusive, I believe, to Spooktacular at the moment. So the only way you can investigate it is through them. And it's definitely worth a check out. And just to mention as well, at the end of the investigation, once all the vigils are done, they do allow you 2 hours of free time to go and do your own thing. And the place is massive, isn't it? It's like a maze. And so you can pretty get away with doing your own thing without being disturbed in most areas. And I think if people do come across you and they see that you're doing some sort of recording or whatever, they do sort of think, oh, we'll go over that way or whatever. But it is massive. There's 3 stories high plus a basement, and there's just loads of different rooms to check out. So if you want to go on a paranormal investigation, definitely think about going there.
Definitely worth a visit.
Yeah, I think we will probably come back again as well in the future.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon.